back out here in the shop today. It is Thursday. Getting got some parts delivered from FedEx from Hunter and the guys at PPM. It's all my fittings and everything that you seen in the last video that I needed. Looks like my dad has done some cleaning up back here on the bench. Looks like he's been putting some stuff back in the toolbox. So we're gonna get in here and I'm gonna get started on all of this. Try to get all these fittings buttoned up tonight at least, hopefully. Maybe go get some fuel and fire it up tomorrow. That's my plan. So we'll just have to see how tonight goes. See how far along I can get. We got all this, like I said, ordered some braided hose, a couple different fittings. Just gotta get them put together and figure out how I'm gonna plumb all this stuff in and get it buttoned up. So I'll pick you guys back up here in just a second. All right, so that was a little more stressful than I anticipated, but I got that little short line built there. You can see nothing's in the way there. I got the little short line built, got the long line, which that's not the final resting place. That's just something that I got situated for now. I'm probably gonna put another 45 on that to get that away from the plug wires, and then I'm gonna insulate it here to keep it away from the hot water line. But they're plumbed in there, so now I'm gonna plumb in this fuel shut off. I like to run a fuel shut off, go into the fuel pump. That way, if we ever had to change fuel pumps, take the fuel line off, whatever, fuel don't spill everywhere and siphon out. So now I'm gonna try to figure out where I want that, and then I'll pick you back up. All right, guys, so I got the fuel lines all plumbed up. Got the carburetor studs changed. I ordered some ARP studs from Hunter at PPM. What else did I get done? I got all the power steering lines plumbed in, hooked up. None of them zip tied. They're just, everything's hooked up. I gotta go get some power steering fluid. Gotta get some transmission fluid. I gotta get some EA5. And I'm gonna try to bust this thing off tomorrow. I'm gonna pull the valve covers off and just take a look at the valves and the rockers before we spin it over or bust it off or anything. Just pulled the oil. Oil looks good. It almost looks brand new, but I'm gonna fire it up with the oil that's in it, then change it before we go racing. Put a new oil and new filter in it before we go racing. Got to go to the hardware store and get some new bolts for the fan. I got Dallas to pick me some up this morning, but she got the wrong kind, so gotta go back to the hardware store. Anyways, the thought that counts. At least you got it. So we're gonna go get all that first thing in the morning and try to be back down here tomorrow. Plan to be down here pretty much all weekend. Try to get as much as I can done. Try to get this thing as close to being buttoned up as I can. I believe the shocks are supposed to be back tomorrow. Hunter did find a couple issues with the shocks. He had to touch them up just a little bit. We're gonna get them back tomorrow. They'll be fresh, ready to rock and roll. Once I get this motor buttoned up and everything, start buttoning up everything else. Then my dad, I think he's almost got the fire system done, if he's not already done. I'm going to start working on the rear end as well, try to get that back up underneath the car, and hopefully can get ready for a body and all that fun stuff. So we'll be back out here tomorrow. I think Maggie's ready to go to the shop. What are you doing? Huh?
What are you gonna do?
What?
What are you doing?
Are we going to the shop?
Yeah.
Why you look excited?
I'm right here learning the motor.
Hey guys, we're down in the shop. It is Friday. Brad's always off on Fridays, so today we get a lot of stuff done. Maggie's in the background over there swinging. And we're gonna get to work on this thing. Brad is working on putting the fan on. The motor is pretty much buttoned up other than what? The fan?
Fan, yeah.
Huh?
Go take video of me swinging.
Okay, I'll take a video of you swinging. Alright, so anyway, he does have a fuel pump on it right now, but it's not the fuel pump we're gonna run. There's the fuel pump we're gonna run. So, yeah, that's where we're at. Current state of everything. So, Shocks should be here today. I believe shocks should be here today. I'm sure he told you about the fifth coil being busted and dead. So that could have been some of our issue, but who knows? So hopefully we'll get those back today, and this thing will be very close to being ready as far as mechanically. Then he's got to work on a body, which we do have the stack panels for one side, and then the other side, then we need to wrap and all that stuff. So we still got some to do, but we're making headway. What? Give you a big push. All right. Do you want me to video her swinging? Whoa. Good job.
I gotta keep trying my best.
Yeah, push it, kick your feet out.
And back.
And out.
And out. And back. And up and back. And up and back.
Good job.
And back. Back. Up and back.
She dressed herself this morning too, so not what she's wearing. She doesn't match at all. But anyway, let's hopefully get this thing buttoned up and get her cranked up today. That's the goal. Just to hear it run finally. Alright guys, so pretty much got everything fastened up there.
Have that gear pan on the sink.
Okay. Yeah. So anyway, he's putting some transmission fluid in there. We're fixing to run to town. Huh?
Really? You got to, no?
We got to?
No, I found
Oh, that's all you needed? Okay. I guess I don't have to go to town now, so we'll have to go to the house or something in a little bit and get some lunch. But yeah, making progress. So while he was working on that while ago, I was working on my seats. I got a fan on them right now. Shampooed them. They're a disaster. Still are. These light colored seats are awful. Never have another vehicle with these light colored seats, but anyway, I shampooed those the best we could while he was working on some stuff in here. And that's where we're at right this second. Like I said, probably fixing to head home for some lunch. Alright, let's get some fuel in her.
Love that corn smell.
Okay.
No, we didn't make it in the backyard either.
How clear it is. What do y'all think it is? What kind of fuel are we running? I know we've mentioned it. If y'all paid attention. Hold on. How much did that fuel cost yesterday?
This?
Yeah.
$25.
For 10 gallons.
11 gallons.
11 gallons.
I did check it, and it's spot on where it's supposed to be too.
Alright, so what he's currently working on is getting everything cleaned off the car so that he can crank it up.
Yeah, I want the eye cover off too. Just before I crank it up, I want to run through the valves just to make sure nothing. I mean, I don't expect anything to be wrong.
Right.
I just want to be proactive.
Okay, so you heard that. He's got one valve cover off, which is why that's over there.
Everything looked clean in there, so everything looked good. I hadn't spun the motor over, but just visually inspecting everything looked good. Alright, so I just ran through the valves here. You can see everything looks good. It's got oil pressure. It's just spinning it over. It had let me get this wiped up. Almost look like there's some oil and stuff back there. So just spinning it over. So we got some oil coming up through the lifters there. Everything's pumping up. Everything's moving the way it's supposed to. Nothing's stuck. I'm gonna get the floor cleaned up here, make sure I don't have no leaks anywhere so I can tell if I got any leaks or anything. I'm gonna put the valve covers back on it, then get the floor cleaned up. That way I can see leaks or anything like that real easy, and we'll fire it off here in just a second. There you go.
there, the motor running. So Brad put some antifreeze in it because it's supposed to, like, it's been 65, 70 degrees all this week, and then Sunday is supposed to dip back down to like the, I think, 30s and 20s. So We did get some antifreeze in it. It's running. Everything's good. Gotta change the fuel pump still, but we had to order some fittings for that. So now what they're working on is they're working on the seals. We had some problems with fluid in our hubs.
I'll show you one just so that hold on.
Toward the end of
You put that back. That was supposed to lay flat.
leave stuff alone. Little Bo Peep.
I'm ready. We could go ahead and race because we already had the motor, but we need to put all the parts together and put brand new bolts. And then we can go race.
What about some tires?
Yes, we actually, no we don't. We have plenty of tires around here.
Well, we got American Racers, but we don't have any Hoosiers.
Alright, so this thing was pouring dope in the right rear hub. When we took the bell off, that was sitting right there. That's where this goes, but it's supposed to be stuck in the side bell, not just spinning on the spool.
So there was no seal there.
No, there was no seal at all.
Mommy.
Alright. So, guess that answers. See, baby, don't mess with that. Don't mess with that. Leave it alone, okay? Though they gotta use that. So I guess that answers that question there. So working on the rear. Our shocks were supposed to be here today. Unfortunately, they got weather delayed. I don't know what's going on in Atlanta, but they got weather delayed in Atlanta, so they shouldn't be here till Monday now. So who knows? Who knows? These shipping companies are pretty crazy these days. But it's a little bit chilly, so I'm sitting here in front of the diesel heater. It's pretty nice and toasty. All right, so I had to help a little bit with the jack, but the rear end is back under it. They've got it back together. Got it buttoned back up. What?
How much is this?
Oh, it needs a map. So made lots of progress today. I feel like I almost got a race car.
I mean, nice shocks would have come in UPS.
Yeah, it would have been. And we could have started working on body, but you know.
Nope.
Why?
I'm not doing that till it's race ready.
That's what I'm saying. Then I mean, after you got the shocks and everything else on, you could have got it started on the body.
Alright, so you seen that? We got the rear end putting in the car tonight. Got the J-bar, lift bar, and the right side 4 bars hooked up on camera. Got to still hook the left side 4 bars up. Rear end will be back underneath the car. I have to pull the hubs off. Probably do that tomorrow. Pull the hubs off. I'm gonna soak all the bearings and everything in some degreaser and cleaner. Get them all cleaned up. Get ready to repack them and reassemble everything. I'm gonna check the brake rotors really good. All the brake system in the back. Go ahead and put the drive shaft back in. Have to bleed the clutch and the transmission. Then the drive line will be pretty much done. You got to zip tie some wires and hoses up front there. Ordered some new fittings for that new fuel pump. It should be here next week. We'll get that swapped out. Get all the shocks back on it. Get everything cleaned off of it. Get it set down on the ground, and maybe can start on a body next week, I hope. And start making progress. I don't know what our plans are this year. We originally said that we will not run for any point series because there's something in the middle of the summer that's going to kind of halter that. But we've seen some schedules and some postings that may change. So y'all stay tuned for more information on all of that and see how that's going to work out. We'll just have to wait and see how everything goes. But I'm excited. Got the engine cranked. I tell you, it's weird hearing one with mufflers. That's really kind of weird sitting here listening to it. It don't sound nothing at all like a race car. So it sounds like a old Chevrolet pickup truck. But sounds good. Everything checks out good on it. We're going to order a gauge to do a leak down check on all 8 of the cylinders. I got a valve spring checker over there. I can check all the pressures on the valve springs before we ever go race. That way we've got a kind of a baseline to go off of to say, hey, these are starting to get weak. This is starting to leak down more than what it was. Go from there. Like I said, that motor supposed to only had 150 laps on it, so it should be good to go. But it never hurts to check things like that. We'll get the oil drained out of it. Put new oil in it, new oil filter, and we'll be ready to go racing here shortly, I hope. I can tell you right now, this is the most excited I've been to go racing in a long time. I have kind of gotten my spark back, so to say, wouldn't you say?
I'd say so.
So it's a new year, it's new things. Everything's gonna be different. We're looking to have a good time this year, and I'm super excited for it. Ready to get it going. I think it's gonna be a good year. I feel like it's gonna be a good year. And talking to Hunter the other day with the shocks, everything that was found with the shocks and all that, that's really, it sounds bad, but I'm glad that he found something wrong, because what he found wrong was kind of a culprit of what I was experiencing with the car, what was fighting all year. So hoping that has everything fixed there. I mean, it should. It definitely can't hurt. So as soon as those get in, we'll get them put back on, and we're going to try to hit it hard and heavy here next week or so, and try to get everything buttoned up as much as we can to where we're sitting there waiting on go as quick as we can. So appreciate all you watching. Thanks to all of our partners: Warp Speed Performance Parts, Apparel Co, WJI Enterprise, Fatdaddys crew out of Lafayette, BB Designs, Brinn Transmission, Penske Shocks, Gorsuch Performance, Stop Tech Brakes. All of you guys over here on YouTube, hit that subscribe, like, share button, comment down below, let us know what you think. If you hadn't already, head over to Patreon, get signed up over there. There is a contest running right now on Patreon. We got some sneak peeks of our wrap for this year, and the first one to guess it correctly, once the wrap is unveiled, you're going to win some BBR merch, and I believe we got a mini door added in there too, correct? Yes, mini door it is. So head over there to Patreon. You get a lot of inside scoops over there. So we'll catch you guys next time. We appreciate you watching.